Jack Black returning as Po is a treat. I think he has still got it as Po. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is ICD Movie Reviews. My name is On The Brink, and today I'm going to review the latest animated film, Kung Fu Panda 4. This is the fourth installment in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. This movie is directed by Mike Mitchell, and this movie stars the return of Jack Black, Dustin Hoffman, James Hong, and Bryan Cranston, with some new people, including Awkwafina, Quan, and Viola Davis. After Po is tapped to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace, he needs to find and train a new dragon warrior, while wicked sorceress plans to resummon all the master villains whom Paul has vanquished to the spirit realm. So we got a new Kung Fu Panda movie out, and I gotta say, Kung Fu Panda, this is one of my favorite DreamWorks movies of all time. Actually, this is one of my favorite DreamWorks trilogies of all time, with the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. I love all three Kung Fu Panda movies. I thought it's a perfect trilogy in my personal opinion. The first one is absolutely my favorite in my personal opinion. I grew up with the first Kung Fu Panda. It was awesome. I remember watching that film religiously as a kid. Kung Fu Panda 2 is a great follow-up, and also Kung Fu Panda 3 is a really good third installment. My least in the trilogy, but pretty good third installment. So when I heard they're making a fourth Kung Fu Panda movie, I was just thinking, do we really need a third Kung Fu Panda movie? But I was interested. The trailers did intrigue me. It's sort of like Toy Story 4 in a way, where I'm like, we didn't need a Toy Story 4, but it still looked intriguing and I'm still excited to see it. That's like basically my same feeling that I had with Kung Fu Panda 4. And I watched the movie not expecting it to be great, and I would absolutely say that this is my least favorite Kung Fu Panda movie in the series. But is this movie bad? Absolutely not. I had a fun time with Kung Fu Panda 4. The best representation of Kung Fu Panda 4 is that this is the fun one, you know? This is a fun Kung Fu Panda adventure. It does have some problems, but I would say throughout the most part, I enjoyed myself with Kung Fu Panda 4. Jack Black returning as Po is a treat. I think he has still got it as Po. He is great in this film. I love his spiritual journey in this film. And you get to follow Po the whole way through in this one, because this is the movie about him sort of changing himself now. He has become the Dragon Warrior, but now he's changing into an new upbringing. And yeah, you get to see him slowly change into that new character, and I thought Jack Black performed that role great. But of course, Po is a fun character in this film. He's still the lovable Po that we know from the trilogy. But let's talk about some new characters as well. Awkwafina in this film. Her character is actually pretty interesting in this film, and I do love her chemistry with Po in the film. And I gotta say, Awkwafina does so many animated voice work for movies right now. And yeah, like when you recognize her voice, that it's Awkwafina. But I gotta say, her character Chieng, hopefully I said her name right, I would say her character Chieng, I wasn't recognizing that it's Awkwafina, I'm recognizing that it's that character. And I thought Awkwafina performed that role very, very well, and her chemistry with Jack Black is really good in this film. Speaking of chemistries, I actually really do love James Hong and Bryan Cranston's chemistry as Po's dads. Their chemistry together actually creates some really great comedy in this film. There's like a plot element that they are going on this journey together, and honestly, I just love them two together. They create some great comedy in this film, because they just want to protect Po and all that stuff, and all the elements they go through. I was cracking up laughing. But let's talk about the new villain, the Chameleon, that is played by Viola Davis. I thought she's another good Kung Fu Panda villain. I think Kung Fu Panda is really good with its villains. And the Chameleon, I thought she's a very interesting villain. She's a shape-shifting villain. She's very threatening in this film. I thought her character was very, very interesting, and Viola Davis looks like she had a lot of fun playing this villainous role. She's great at villainous roles, and I thought she does a pretty solid job in this film. Dustin Hoffman is good as Master Shifu, but unfortunately he's not in the film all that much, which is a shame, because I love Master Shifu's character in the trilogy. He's barely in this film. He's literally only in like 10 minutes of this film, but the performance that he gave Dustin Hoffman, he's still got it. But I gotta say, the animation in this movie looks absolutely beautiful. DreamWorks is getting better and better with their animation in movies. There are some beautiful animated sequences in this film. There is another cool rain sequence that looked pretty good in this film. Like with other animated films that are great with rain sequences like Toy Story 4. But the animation is solid. The action scenes are also a lot of fun. There are some pretty fun action scenes in this film. Kung Fu Panda has a lot of fun to have with. I think Kung Fu Panda 4 is definitely you know, a solid Kung Fu Panda adventure. But I would say it's not as great as the trilogy. I think this film just felt like, you know, another standard Kung Fu Panda adventure. There's not much, like, emotion or heart than the trilogy was. I think the trilogy has a very good balance of, like, great comedy and also really good drama, especially from Kung Fu Panda 2. This movie, it just felt like a fun Kung Fu Panda adventure where they have to stop the villain. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very simple animated film. As long as it's fun, it's funny, it has some fun action scenes, that's all I want for Kung Fu Panda 4. And thank God this movie gave me that. Overall, Kung Fu Panda 4 is a surprise solid movie in the Kung Fu Panda series. I do think this movie is still pretty unnecessary. I feel like the trilogy is perfect as it is. But, you know what, as a movie, it's a fun movie for what it was. Jack Black still got it as Po. The new characters are great. The old characters are also great. The animation looks great. The action scenes look pretty good. And perfectly overall to sum in this film, this is just a fun Po Kung Fu Panda adventure film. It felt like an episode, really, of a Kung Fu Panda series that's actually done right. I think Kung Fu Panda 4 is a fun animated film that came out this year. I recommend families, from kids and adults, they'll find enjoyment with Kung Fu Panda 4. So I would say, go see Kung Fu Panda 4 at a matinee price. So guys, that is my review for Kung Fu Panda 4. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and skadoosh! Have a nice day.